Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Dog TV, and welcome to the Dog Squad Showcase. How's everybody doing today? Glad to have so many wonderful people already in the channel. Amazing feeling when everybody's here ready. So first off, I've been having so many technical difficulties starting the show. Can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
That's the first question.
Yeah.
Angry Princess hears me. Awesome.
Yeah.
Gamer Dad, thank you so much, guys. Did everybody hear the music before it started? Turn the music down. I'm going. Yeah, that's right. Right about that. So the music was on. Yes. Awesome. Hey, we're off to a great start. That's better than most times. I do appreciate everybody being here. Like I said, this is the Dog Squad Showcase. If anybody's brand new to the channel, I use this web show to feature so many awesome Mixer streamers and their content and basically their communities. Okay, so this is all about their communities and how they got started on the streaming platform. Content creation, if anybody doesn't know, if anybody hasn't dabbled in it already, it's very difficult to create these communities. It's a lot of work in behind the scenes as well. There's a lot of stuff that goes on and people don't realize, but everybody has a story of how they got here, especially here on Mixer. And I'm excited to talk to our guest today, MrMarvelTV. Been around for a while. He's definitely developed an awesome community here on Mixer so far, and I'm excited to hear his story. So I've been around his community, I would say, for the last six or more months. It's been awesome getting to know him and his community. Plays a lot of awesome games, a lot of games that I play as well. So we definitely get along in that aspect. And he's, of course, on his road to partnership. He hasn't gotten there yet, but I can definitely see it in his future. He's done some amazing work on his channel, and it's just basically, I mean, basically it. I mean, he's on his way, and I can't wait till he gets there. So a lot of work that goes behind it now. He puts it in every minute of his life, or try to put it behind it's the family life. Besides that, but he puts in a lot of work to get his community where it is right now. I'm so happy to be here. There's some house rules I want to go over with everybody today. Like I said, if you haven't been to the any kind of the web shows yet, I like to focus on the streamer itself. So if I'm asking a question, or he's answering, he's talking about something, will probably most likely miss what's going on in the background. So I want to give him the opportunity to answer these questions, tell his story and stuff like that. So if I do have any kind of follows, host, anybody chatting in general, I'm probably gonna miss it. We will take time to answer questions from the community, and that's definitely one of my favorite parts. If y'all have any questions for Marvel, but just please don't be offended if I actually miss anything. I'm gonna rely on my mods or anybody else in chat to maybe catch that stuff. And of course, I just want to say thank you for everybody. I'm just going to go down the list for everybody that's got here so far. Of course, we have Mr. Marvel TV hosting. Mrs. Marvel, thank you for the follow. Mr. Freckles, thank you so much for the follow. Viv, thank you for the host. Farha TV, thank you for the host. Angry Princess, thank you for the follow. Gamer Dad, thank you for the host. And I think Miss Princess, you dropped Embers too. Thank you so freaking much. You're here because of Mr. Marvel, of course. I mean, he's the man of the hour or more. We'll see how it goes. If he wants to stay here a little bit longer, I don't know. I don't know what his plans is after this, so I appreciate y'all being here. Pampered Prophet, thank you for the host. Gamer Dad, thank you for the follow. And Largo Musician, what's going on, guys? I'm so excited to have everybody here. It's so awesome to have a crowd already waiting and just here for the show, man. Like I said, I can't wait to get this started. I've been doing this show for the last several months, since September of last year, and I've been able to feature some amazing content creators out there on Mixer. Everybody has had a different story, and they all share the same passion that I share, and that is creating content for you guys here on Mixer.com. So it's an amazing feeling. Tara Bean coming in with the host. Thank you so much, man. Amazing. Like I said, I think I mentioned it earlier, but I just said we'll get to a section towards the end to answer any kind of questions that y'all may have. That's probably my favorite part, because I know everybody likes to ask, especially their content creator. If anybody has followed Mr. Marvel for a long time, they'll want to have some questions for him that maybe they haven't had an opportunity to ask. So I'm hoping we'll get all those questions answered here today. I'm glad to be here. So I'm waiting for him to get back. As soon as he gets back, we can bring him on screen. I'm so excited. There he is. He's peeking. Oh, okay. He's waiting. That's what. All right. All right. So no more waiting. We're gonna bring Mr. Marvel TV out here. There he is. Now we're gonna do a quick sound check and make sure you can hear Mr. Marvel. What's going on, man? Can y'all hear him? No, here. Okay, that's my fault. Hold on. And what about now?
Check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, check.
Yes, awesome.
Pew, pew,
Perfect.
pew.
Audio settings. We got it good. We got it going now. All right, this is Mr. Marvel TV, guys. I'm glad to have him on the show. If anybody in my community has not dropped him a follow, please check out this man. He's got an amazing content, like I had mentioned earlier, and you definitely don't want to miss it. So, Mr. Marvel, how you doing, man?
Good, brother. How are you?
I'm excited, man. I'm glad to get this show started already, man. It's been a long time coming. For I know for you, I've been wanting to reach out to you for a long time, so I'm glad to have you here.
Yeah.
You can't hear me? No. God.
I can hear you.
He can hear me. Hold on. I apologize. That's not good. What about now?
Hey, Das. Hey, Angry. What's up? My community all up in here now. What we like to see.
My lord. What is going on? You hear Mr. Marvels. That's good. That's the most important thing. Seems like every time I have so much difficulty.
Why don't I stream with my lights on? Hey, Mrs. Marvel.
Check, check, one. Check, check.
Say it with your chest. Joking. This is why I don't stream with my lights on. It's very bright in here.
Check, check, 1, 2. Yes, now. All right, so everybody hears me. If everybody hear Mr. Marvel,
Yep.
we're good. Thank God. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know. I feel like I need to throw my PC through a window every time I try to do one of these shows because I guess having Discord and Streamlabs running at the same time, I guess they get confused of what was going on. So I apologize. Like I said, it's been a long time coming. I've been wanting to interview this man. He's an awesome, awesome content creator on Mixer. So he's doing good. We got that. Mr. Marvel, can you tell us a little bit of how you started streaming and how your experience on Mixer has been so far, man?
So I started streaming when I didn't know anything about it. I've been streaming for about a year and seven. I've had my Mixer account for about a year and 7 months.
Okay.
I've been grinding pretty hard on it for probably since last Christmas. Last Christmas, not this past one, but the Christmas before that, I
Okay.
think I had 100 followers at that point. But I started really starting to focus on it at that point. I started by, I had no idea what it was. My brother-in-law told me about it. We were playing Fortnite, and he was like, "Hey, have you ever watched this guy, or have you ever watched this guy?" I'm like, "Who are these people?" And he's like, "These are streamers." And I'm like, "What is that?" And he goes, "Well, it's just people who play video games, and they they have videos of themselves up there, and they have a bunch of people watching them." And I'm like, "Who would want to watch somebody play a video game?" And so the people I went to go watch, he was talking about Dr. Disrespect and Ninja. So I watched those two guys starting out, and those are the big dogs. And Dr. Disrespect kind of really got me into it as far as the graphic design part of it goes, because I'm a graphic designer as well.
Awesome.
And so a lot of the stuff he does or did, I'm like, man, I think I can do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I know how he does it. I know. I mean, I don't have the money he has right now, anyway. But,
not yet.
Or the space. But anyway, so and then I started from there, just pressing the stream button on the Xbox. I started out doing it on Twitch for maybe a couple weeks before I did my research.
Yeah.
And I did a lot of research into Mixer, which I want to say maybe it was like 6 months after they became Beam, or sorry, after 6 months after they switched from Beam,
Mm-hmm.
maybe somewhere around there. So it wasn't too much longer after they had already made the switch, but because they were still in their season 1.
Yeah.
So anyway, but yeah, that's kind of how I got started.
So you just found Mixer just from your Xbox, and that's how you just started that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Well, I
Was
mean,
there?
I googled, the best platforms to stream on and those kinds of things. Of course,
Yeah.
Twitch was the number one at the time,
Yeah.
but it seemed too saturated for me. And as far as starting a business goes, you want to find a a hole or a niche to fit yourself into where you can still be noticed, but it's still big enough to do things, I guess. So,
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, and we consider Mixer probably bigger than it was when we first started. Now I know
oh
I
yeah,
started.
absolutely.
I probably started like maybe a week after you did because I started
Okay,
December 21st, 2018. Yeah.
gotcha.
So it was like right before Christmas. So
Nice.
back then it was I can still consider it in its infancy stage because it's still growing and
Yeah,
stuff like that. But back then it was even like smaller
yeah. Beginning of
before the
like season 2
Ninja
of
Apocalypse.
oh my god, yeah, that's insane.
So that's awesome, man. So you did your research. You know, you were a Twitch viewer before you came to Mixer. Did you ever consider maybe YouTube or Facebook or any other of these platforms?
I didn't even I considered YouTube, but
Hmm.
I never considered Facebook because they really weren't even talked about around then that I
Yeah.
knew of. Their gaming stuff has really kind of taken off the past 6 months, maybe 6 7 months, something
Yeah.
like that. So I missed that window, but I do restream there. I do restream
Okay.
there now.
That's awesome.
So
Do you
'cause I got a lot
get
of
used
family, like my parents and stuff. It for some reason it takes a lot for somebody else to download an app,
Yeah.
a new app to watch stuff on. So a lot of my
Yeah.
family and friends have Facebook, and
It's
so
easy access for them.
it's
Yeah.
easier access for them, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. I've even thought the same thing because it's I was talking to Rod a couple of days ago. It's like I feel like with Mixer being so new, we need to bring like these new faces that I've never heard of streaming before, and Facebook could be
Yeah,
one of those avenues because, like you said, not a lot of people know about this stuff. They consider like, oh, you're just there to watch people play games, and that's it.
right.
Like it's
Yeah,
so boring. How can you
exactly
just
my
sit there and
thinking
watch
when
it?
I went into it. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, we were all like that before.
but
I was
and
doing it as
what I
well.
always tell people if they ever ask me, I mean, it's like sitting and watching a football game. You're
Hmm.
sitting and watching somebody do something that you can't do all the time.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's like when I was at work, I was like, man, I just want to watch Dead by Daylight was the first thing I watched on Twitch.
Oh
That's the way
wow,
I got into it. So I was watching a streamer like he was like a pro at this game. Like he broke down all the perks, broke down all the characters and what they do, all their special abilities and stuff like that. It's like, man, I really want to get to know how to play this game better. And he was the one that kind of showed me how to do it. So
yeah,
I was just an avid viewer of his Twitch channel for a long time. I still watch his videos, but he doesn't play Dead by Daylight anymore.
right.
But it was pretty cool to like for him to break it down because he was like almost basically an expert of the game, and he was so interacted with us. Like he wasn't just about the game; he loved his community.
That's
And I was like,
good.
man, dude, I want to do that. Like that's what kind of
Yeah,
inspired me. It's like I want to have that family like atmosphere in my own channel. So
yeah,
it's like, how do I
absolutely.
do this? How do I create this stuff? So it took
Well,
a
I
lot
feel
of
like
work.
man, I remember starting out and on Xbox and having to worry about where my viewer box was going to go.
Yeah,
The little viewer box that showed you how many viewers in the chat box that wouldn't like mess up.
yeah.
You're looking around the game and stuff. Those are good times.
What games were you streaming in the beginning?
Well, I streamed Fortnite at the beginning.
Okay.
I think Black Ops 4 had come out. I hated it. Me and my wife hated it. We always play all the time together, Call of
Yeah.
Duty, and we just did not like it. We didn't like the BR mode, so we took a break. But my brother-in-law got me into Fortnite, and so that's where I started because I'd already been playing it, and so it's the most saturated game, so it was a decent way to get started on an unsaturated platform. So,
Yeah. True.
but
I
I play
just
way more than that now.
Yeah. I played Fortnite before PUBG came out, and it was a lot of fun, but I just can't build for crap. There's no way
Yeah,
I can build on
building
this game.
stuff.
I'll
I
go
couldn't
shoot.
either.
It's like I told people, it's like if you build for me, I'll go play with you
Yeah,
all day because I didn't want to do
yeah.
any of that stuff at all.
Europe.
Oh my god. I remember having fun though. Like the whole BR aspect, I was like, they're the ones that kind of made it big. I know PUBG gets credit for like starting it, but I know Fortnite is the one that took it to the next level before
Well, I know
PUBG did.
H1Z1 is where it kind of started
Mm,
before
yeah,
PUBG too.
yeah,
I watched Ninja play H1Z1, and I watched Doctor Disrespect play that too.
yeah.
Those guys, and that was they're insane.
They are. This Doctor Disrespect is like a whole another level, man. He's just like you said, his graphics are like just so unique.
Yeah,
He has his own character, so his own persona what he brings to the show. He has his own
yeah.
energy. Like no one, everybody tries to like maybe copy him or imitate him, but he's just one of a kind for sure. I know we
Oh
talked
yeah,
about him this
I
weekend.
absolutely
It's
agree.
just absolutely insane. Mr. Freckles, if you want to come watch me play Pong, dude, I will play Pong for you all day as long as you're there to watch me and support me. Okay, buddy? I'll play whatever y'all want me to play. I'm a variety streamer, so I'm not scared of anything. As long as someone's there to cheer me on, dude. um, what do you think makes your content different from everybody else?
I don't know. I feel like I bring a different energy. The design part of my stream and things like that, I'm able to do a little bit more than most. I feel like, at least I'm able to do more than most people without having to pay for it,
Yeah,
um, or having to wait for it to happen. I can just go do it and put it
exactly.
on there if I need it. Then I mean, I I love playing video games. My wife is super supportive. Wouldn't be able to do it without her.
That's
Um,
great.
I feel like I'm different. I'm definitely very energetic when it comes to that stuff. But anyway,
Well, it's awesome. You got this whole like Marvel themed. I mean, everybody loves Marvel, especially
yeah,
with
I was
everything
the only
going
one
on.
who ever did it, and
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm sitting on some lawsuits or not. But but I mean, it wasn't taken. It wasn't. Every time I looked up Mr. Marvel TV on Google, nothing came up besides like really random stuff. It wasn't even Marvel things. So,
Yeah.
but
So, do you choose Marvel over DC? Is it always Marvel over DC?
in as far as movies and entertainment goes, yes. But I love all superheroes basically.
That's good.
Um, Marvel's just kind of where I went with it. I think at the time, Captain Marvel was coming out
Hmm.
when I rebranded. Um,
Okay.
that December when I had when I really started grinding was when I rebranded to Mr. Marvel TV. I was just my Xbox name uh, at one point, which had been given to me from one of my offensive linemen in college, and
Okay.
so I rebranded and actually started treating it a little bit more like a business and things
Yeah.
like that, and discovered Discord and all those. I started focusing on social media and things like that. So
That's definitely one of the first steps you have to start, man. Because I mean, it took me a while to catch up to like just streaming, and I wouldn't want to do anything else. Like I don't want to be on Twitter or YouTube or Facebook or anything else. I just wanted to stream and expected people just to find me and show up
show
and
up.
everything. Yeah, and
Yeah.
it took way so much more than that
And
than I
I
realized.
really didn't do anything with Twitter for a long time. I don't think I started really pushing Twitter at all for the past. I've only been pushing really Twitter for the past 3 months, probably since October, around October.
Okay.
Um, but Instagram was kind of my home before that.
And that's something I would say vice versa. When I first started getting on social media, it's like, okay, I'm just gonna try Twitter, see if I can meet some people out there. I never even thought about utilizing Instagram or anything else outside of
Yeah,
Twitter. It was crazy. Like people use the heck out of Instagram. I probably recently found out within the last couple of months that people love using
I
Instagram.
do mostly clips on there. That's how
Okay.
I kind of started out because Fortnite was just so huge on Instagram and
Yeah.
posting clips all the time. I do that. I do more than that now. Obviously, after being content creator for a longer period of time, I know kind of a little bit more what to post. You
Hmm.
still never know what's going to hit, what's not going to hit. But
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, people will post when they go live. They put it on their stories and stuff like that, and
right,
even just a simple photo. Hey guys, I'm going live. Just posing whatever. I know a lot of people like to
yeah,
do that stuff too. So it's crazy what people will find to promote their own stream and their own brand. It's pretty cool.
exactly.
People have gotten pretty creative. So, I think we answered a couple of those. We'll get more a little bit more personal. So, how life changing has it been since you've started streaming?
Well, um, hmm, it's interesting. I don't know that it's. I feel like I'm more outgoing now that I've started.
Mm-hmm.
As far as like talking to other people about about this particular subject,
Yeah,
those kinds of things. But as far as life changing, I don't know. I've made a few dollars, so that's been real helpful. My community is super supportive in that way.
that's great.
It's not anything to quit my job over, but it has gotten me thinking. Like, I mean, we're moving into a house, our first house this year,
Mm-hmm.
and um, I never thought that I'd be looking for a house, thinking about where my stream room's going to be, and that's mostly my wife's maybe more excited than me. She's planning the whole thing.
That's
So
awesome, dude. Do y'all have kids?
yeah, I've got a 3-year old and a 5-year old.
Okay. So they're gonna have their
Yeah,
own rooms. They're gonna have
she's
to like. I was like, y'all
too.
can bunk up. I'm gonna get my own stream room.
Yeah, I've been, but props to her. She gave up the walk-in closet, so that's back last December. I started using the closet to stream with a green screen hanging from the ceiling behind me,
Nice.
with a shower attached to a shower curtain rod and a hook on the ceiling. And I had strings attached to it, and I would take it and I would hook it in. So I was super confined to this one space. Looked like I was looking up to the top of a shelf on my screen when I'm really not. All kinds of stuff, and I stayed there for a year.
Oh my god, that's
So
awesome.
I've been in this room for about 3 weeks.
That kind of reminds me. So I know my mod Viv Nemo. She's a huge fan of Psycho, and from what she
He's in
tells
the
me,
bathroom.
he's in
It's
the
nuts.
bathroom. He is streaming from a bathroom. If anybody
Gotta do
doesn't
what you
know,
gotta do.
that is crazy to think about.
Yeah, he and I
Yeah.
were kind of in the same situation because I was right next to my bathroom, but it's still about the same amount of space.
Yeah. As I figure, it's like, is it either your bathroom is massive or I don't know. I'm just streaming
I
from the
think
tub.
he's
You're like
almost even in the
sitting.
he's right backed up to the tub too. It's insane.
That is
But
just crazy to think about. But like I said, if you make it work, you make it work.
make it
And
work.
yeah,
I mean, that was the beautiful thing about a green screen at the time. I
yeah,
after I got my computer, I took I got a gaming computer so that I could do the green screen thing, and so I in order to do that, she gave up the closet, and I was like, well, I'm gonna have to get a computer to be able to do this, and so
yeah.
we got my streaming PC. It's an HP Omen, which is a pretty powerful PC, but
Hmm.
it's not really super equipped for gaming and
Yeah,
uh, streaming at the same time. But it was enough to do the green screen, and it was enough to do other things that I wanted to do with the space that I was given too. So
that's awesome, dude. You had a will and you had a way to make it happen,
yes,
and
where
you
there's a will, there's a William. So
you persevered and you got what you wanted to do for sure. So I mean that we all had to make sacrifices. Now that you got a little bit more space, that's awesome. So it's great.
yes, the reason I didn't move in here sooner is we've let our sister-in-law move in with us,
Okay.
or she's lived with us for a while she's going to flight school and things. So
Okay.
she finally moved out, and I moved in.
Get an extra room now. Awesome. That's great, dude. Um, well, we can kind of go off of this. Do you feel like streaming has interfered with your own personal life?
It's true, Das. Um, has it interfered?
Yeah.
Definitely takes some time away. I tend to stream after my kids and my wife are asleep.
Okay.
So I try to not let it take up a lot of that time. Now that I probably started setting a schedule back in September, which is Monday through Thursday, 10 p.m. to about 1 a.m.
Hmm.
And then Saturdays, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. So I've got a set schedule, those kinds of things. Once I set that, it started going a lot smoother.
Okay.
Because I felt like I had to, man, I gotta stream all the time. I'll stream when I can. Um, I'll stream. I'll just hit the stream button real quick. Stream for about 45 minutes while I got time. Those
Yeah.
kind of things. And once I got the schedule, it was a lot easier, a lot less hectic around the house, a lot less stress on me and on my wife, and so
That's good.
it was nice.
It sounds like she's very understanding. And she's like you said, you mentioned multiple times she's very supportive of
I'm a
what you're
very
doing.
lucky
So
man.
that's great, dude. We all need that for sure. I know. I mean, there's still some people that are out there that don't have families. You know, it's just them, and they can just stream whatever they want and whenever
Yeah.
they want. So you make it work. You put your family first, and then you put your stream second. So that's great, dude. Love you 3000.
Love you 3000, babe.
What is your? I know you mentioned on Facebook that people watch you on Facebook. Well, what do your family and friends outside of streaming think of the idea itself?
Um, let's see. A lot of people just don't know about it.
Okay.
It's really interesting. Like, as far as my parents go, of course, my dad was going to be pretty unopen to the idea, but I didn't ever approach them about it
Hmm.
as anything big, and really still haven't done it quite yet either, just because I mean, I've mentioned it and we've talked about it, and to my dad
Hmm.
especially, and he's a little bit kind of, oh, that's kind of cool now.
Yeah.
My mom thinks it's awesome, but she just is very technologically declined. So, which is another reason I started kind of streaming on Facebook. And now that I've started streaming on Facebook a little bit more, restreaming, I should say, not just streaming on Facebook, obviously,
Yeah.
but restreaming on Facebook. A lot of my old friends from back in high school and college and things have stopped by, and they're like, "Oh, what is this?
Yeah.
This is awesome." So a lot of people just don't know about it.
Yeah. That's true, man.
My aunt, her name's Aunt Sandy. My Aunt Sandy, she is all about it. She loves it,
That's
and
great,
I mean,
dude.
she's up there, and she doesn't have the capabilities of watching or anything like that. But
Yeah.
she's always loved the art behind me. So, and she's the one who started me on designing and coloring books in the back of the van on the way to baseball games, and drawing, and she taught me how to draw and all this kind of stuff. So she loves it. She loves the logo stuff, and she loves all that kind of. She's always loved that kind of stuff. So she's super excited for me.
That's awesome, dude. It's great to have like those family members behind you for sure, just
Yeah,
outside of your
and
immediate
especially
family.
when we're a little younger, so they can watch. Yeah, but yeah, they're great. I mean, everybody's really great. But I'll tell you, my wife's family, they're a little bit more, they're a little bit more savvy. And like I said, my brother-in-law and my father-in-law, we were always a squad on Call of Duty with them and my wife and myself. And so when I started streaming, they would always come watch. And so I had those a couple. San Antonio Spurs, baby.
I live
Yeah.
in San Antonio, so I have
Let's go.
everything is Spurs, yeah, for sure.
Oh, you didn't have to come very far at all to go
Oh,
to PAX, did
oh,
you?
it was horrible. I had to travel like 20 minutes to get to PAX South,
You
dude.
poor thing, and you didn't have to pay for a hotel? Jeez, you suck.
Well, I'll tell you, our PAX South experience is awesome because I had planned ahead with my community. I got like a group of, ended up being like 12 to 14 of us. We all rented a house, so
Oh,
we all
good.
split the cost of Airbnb. Like maybe it took us about 15 minutes to get there, so we weren't like too super close, but we still had to drive over there and pay for parking. Next time, I really just want to find a house like pretty damn close to the convention that way we can just walk or Uber or something like that.
Yeah, y'all had
Because
to pay for parking though.
yeah, parking was such a pain in the
That's
butt.
expensive.
Yeah,
I
Saturday was
lucked
super
out. My
ridiculous.
hotel was right out the side of all of that,
Okay.
like just right outside of it, and so I
Yeah.
didn't have to pay for parking. But of course, I did have to pay for the hotel, which sucks. But you know,
Yeah. Sediment. So PAX, the conventions are basically about gaming, dude. It's everything to do with gaming. Streamers and other content creators do show up for it, but it's not about streaming. It's basically about anything from board games, console games, PC games, card games, whatever you can think of. Any game you could think of are gonna be there at PAX South. There's vendors. There's other gamer like developers there trying to put out their games. A lot of indie games. A lot of people just trying to sell, whether it be mats like mouse mats or whatever. I mean, there's tons of people out there, dude. It's crazy and it's awesome.
there's some
At the
cool
same time.
stuff.
Yeah. So
That
was
was my
this one your
first
last
one
one?
too. That was
Okay, that's
really
what to
fun.
ask. That was your first one you went to.
Yeah, and now apparently it's not gonna be in San Antonio anymore. It's supposed to be like in Houston or Dallas, or
I haven't heard anything. So
they're changing it according to some partners I've talked to. So
we'll see. I mean, I
I hope
haven't
it's
heard anything
Dallas.
in Dallas. Oh
That's
my
your
god, I don't want to
yes.
drive up to Dallas.
Yes.
I'd rather go to Houston than Dallas. I don't know. I just don't like Dallas that much.
No, traffic's better in Dallas than it is Houston.
We'll see about that.
It takes about an hour to get from Houston to Houston.
Yeah, exactly. At least I have family in Houston, so my wife's family's
There
from
you go.
there, so I
That's
was like,
there you go.
I have a reason to go
Plus,
over there.
we got family here too, baby.
I do. You're right. I do have family in DFW for sure. So
Let's go.
we'll see. I mean, I've heard multiple things too that it's not going to move. It's just a whole bunch of people making stuff up. Because I know, I don't know if you watch Generic Live. They have some friends that actually work for the Henry B. Gonzalez Convention Center, and they said they have a contract with them that they're supposed to be there for at least in a couple more years.
Oh,
So
see, I heard that this was the last year of the contract.
I
I
don't
have
know.
no idea. As long as it stays in Texas, I'm
Yeah,
fine.
exactly. Texas is fine. Somewhere in Texas.
Drivable distance.
Maybe not El Paso, Brownsville, but like
Yeah,
like San Antonio, Austin, Houston,
Austin
Dallas.
would be nice.
Yeah, Austin would be nice. I have family there too, so it wouldn't
Yeah,
bother me.
same here.
So that's awesome, man. PAX is amazing. If anybody ever has a chance to go to one, definitely check it out. At least one time, at least
Absolutely.
once in your life to come. If you love gaming, whether, like I said, whether it be anything, board game, card game, console, whatever, you're gonna have a great time. There's so many amazing people there, a lot of cool vendors, and we streamers take the opportunity to get up and like mingle with each other. Especially this last one, like I had so much fun. I went to PAX South in 2019. It was right when I first started, so it was like a month in, and of course I didn't know anybody. I knew like one partnered streamer, and it was do you know Fringe of Fate?
I've heard of him. Yeah.
Okay, so he's a partner streamer now. He plays a lot. All he did was play PUBG back in the day, and that's all it was about. So I know he's actually from Dallas too. He came down, and I was able to meet him and a couple of people from his community, but that was about it. Like I didn't really go with any intent to meet anybody else. But I took full effort from this last one to meet as many people as possible since I had been streaming for over a year. So
That's crazy.
It was awesome. I had a great freaking time. And I wanted to try to go to West. Are you going to try to go to any of the other ones?
I can't afford it.
Yeah, it's super expensive. West is going to cost a lot.
By the way, but I still can't afford to get there. We're buying a house and everything like that. So
Yeah.
it's tough.
That comes first, man. We still have
We'll
next
be
year.
back.
So.
We'll be out south again, though.
Yeah, exactly. Awesome, dude. So what do you think is the best thing and the worst thing about living in the DFW area?
Worst thing is traffic, just because classic big city stuff.
Yeah.
I think it takes me an hour and a half, about an hour and a half to get to work every day.
Oh my God,
Yeah, it sucks.
that is
But
horrible.
the best thing is that everything is around here. Like you don't have to go far for much of anything. So, we live on the outskirts of Fort Worth. Like I'm talking about like 6 miles on the outside of Fort Worth too.
Okay.
So it's our little town here has pretty much everything that we need, and it's not. And to do something big or to do something, big, I say, but like do something in the city and stuff like that, it's 10-15 minute drive easy. So
That's the same thing here, man. Like I don't live in San Antonio, but like I said, probably almost similar situation. I'm on the outskirts where if I need to go do anything, or if they have concerts or whatever it be, PAX South, any other conventions, I'm like down the street, so it doesn't take much effort to get there for sure. Kind of like in that little perfect area for now until it starts growing more out here and swallows everything up. But we're kind of enjoying it while it lasts.
shouting out Mrs. Marvel, she loves that.
That's all right. We'll get it right.
No, it's just funny. She loves it.
Go follow Mrs. Marvel as well. She's the one supporting this man.
Right. No, I knew what he's doing. It's just funny because she hates it so much when my mods do it. It's great. It's great. Keep trolling her. Trolling her with the shout outs.
That's awesome, dude. Did we mentioned what the best thing was? Okay, so outside of streaming or gaming, what are your favorite hobbies? What do you like to do outside of this?
Oh man, I love sports. I
Okay.
love fishing. I love movie. I'm a big movie watcher. I mean, obviously, but I'm huge on the going to the movies. I love going to the movies. I love watching movies. Anything that involves movies is awesome. But yeah, as far as like physical activity and not sitting in a chair, I like playing sports with my kids. My kids starting baseball this year, so I get to do that.
You gonna try to
Love,
coach?
oh, no,
No.
not there yet. I'm about to. I'm already getting fed up with what they're teaching them. I was a big baseball guy, big football guy back in the day. So, um, but yeah, so like that. I love fishing. Those kinds of things. Don't get to do a lot of it a ton having little kids, but I take them fishing whenever I can.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's too cold right now, but
Yeah.
anyway.
That's awesome, dude. That's great. I know. Yeah, I can understand how frustrating like watching your kids, like how much you want to be involved in it and stuff like that. So
Yeah, it's gonna
I
be
can.
fun. I'm excited.
Hopefully, you can like share that experience. I don't know. So, do you share anything like on social media, like regarding your family, or do you just keep family out of it? Like, I don't know if you share photos or anything like
I've
that.
shared a couple of clips that involve my son. Like my son would. So of course I stream late at night, so it's kind of hard to just have them around in the stream
Yeah.
anyway. But I mean, one time my son uh, came in, and I think he had peed the bed or something. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. Most likely that's what happened. Um, and I was like in the final four of like Fortnite game with my squad, and I was sitting there playing, and he comes up behind me, and I'm like, "Oh crap! I'm almost done. Just a second." And I go, "This one's for you," and we end up winning the game. I post something like that,
Yeah.
and you can see his face in the camera on the green screen, or he's like right here on the green screen. Just those kinds of things. And my wife's super supportive, so I shout her out whenever I can. But I don't shoot a lot of content with my kids. I'm getting more comfortable with that
Yeah.
with the community I've built, but like starting out, I was super super against it.
I
Just
don't blame you.
just the fears of the internet.
Exactly. Exactly. Like I know people like to like. Some people really expose everything about their lives. What it doesn't matter. I know a lot of content creators like to do that and share everything. So I can understand your fear, especially being protective of your kids. So that's very important as well. So
And the TOS stuff, had me scared for a long time. I just religion and
mm-hmm.
those kinds of things. Um, just different stuff like that. It's kind of you kind of got to work yourself around it. TOS, I've soon find out like they don't they're picky.
Yeah, for sure.
Not as picky as probably Twitch, but so religion and those kinds of things, they're not supposed to be mentioned, or
Mm-hmm.
they're it's okay to mention them, but it's not advised to, because it starts controversy or politics and those kinds of things. So it's they advise you not to do it, which I always thought they were like completely against it, like do not talk about this stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
it's just kind of advised against. So
I guess you're not like as long as you're not pushing your religion on anybody else.
right, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly,
So
yeah,
you just kind of keep it to yourself and just keep it personal.
just do it. But no, but I don't talk about any of that kind of stuff usually, just because it does stir controversy, and I'm a positive only chat, so
Yes, sir.
I don't like starting anything.
For sure, man. What were your favorite kind of games growing up? What kind of games did you play?
Oh, dude, man, I played, Mario. I play Game Boy all the time.
Yeah.
Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Pokemon, my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that Nintendo 64. I played some of my dad's old Nintendo, one of the original Nintendos,
Okay.
and played Duck Hunter on that a lot. Mario, classic Mario on there a lot. Game Boy, I played Pokemon. I played Mario on there. Um, I was huge in Pokemon for a long time.
Yeah.
Big Pokemon nerd.
Had the cards and
Not
everything.
anymore. I don't keep up with it anymore.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's just so many now. But I would love to do. I would love to get a Nintendo Switch and be able to stream Pokemon. But
Yeah,
we
that
started on that, and don't tempt me with a good time.
people were pretty big about Sword and Shield. I saw a couple of people
Yeah,
here on
man.
Mixer like streaming
I would love
that.
to play that.
Yeah.
But those kinds of games I played. I played Kirby. I played all those classic games. I played as far as like middle school and high school, I played Madden and Call of Duty all the time with my brother, and so I've played a lot of things.
I don't
I'm
play
not big
Madden.
into role playing games.
Yeah.
Honestly, I just don't have of all things I don't have patience for, those are the things I don't have patience for because I don't like grinding
Yeah.
on a game like that.
Yeah, I was really big into Madden. NCAA, one of your favorite games?
It's oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
dude, I missed
yeah,
that
yeah,
game
yeah,
so
yeah, yeah,
much.
yeah, 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 yeah.
I'm waiting for it to come back, man. I've been like dying.
No, it won't do it because the player, it's
They're
money
supposed to be
related.
getting paid now, but I don't know how that affects whether or not going to
I
develop
would
another
love for
game.
that to happen, but that's the thing about the XFL too. Like they just, I mean, they're starting the XFL,
Mm-hmm.
so like the NFL's not allowed. You're not allowed to go into the NFL draft without like at least three. Is it 3 years of college or 2 years of college or maybe like 3 years of high school or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
But when you can go straight into the XFL without any kind of thing, and you
No
can get paid
college.
for it,
Yeah, just go
and you
straight
don't
from
have to
high
go to
school to.
college at all.
Yeah, that's
And that's
crazy.
going to be interesting to see what the NCAA does as far as opening up that payment option,
Mm-hmm.
because I fully think that the college students should be able to get paid
I
for what
mean,
they
if you
do.
think about it, like I know soccer does that. Like you can be 16-year-old and have a major contract with a club, with a soccer club, and be
Yeah,
in their developmental teams and get paid and all that stuff. I mean, there's nothing keeping them from making
yeah, I can
money.
go
So,
that. But yeah, I mean, I played football in college. I didn't play in a huge college or anything, but I know a little bit about it. But
yeah,
it's they fully deserve to get. They work hard.
yeah.
They do a
You put
lot.
your bodies on the line. You put your life on the
Bodies,
line.
lives.
Yeah,
No, absolutely.
your life in general. I mean, you're doing
You should
everything
at least get
to play for a team, and that's it.
tuition. It's so rare that you're going to get a scholarship for um, college ball anyway
Yeah.
that they shouldn't have any problem. They make so much money that
Hmm.
that should not be an issue paying these players. So, but that's a big controversy too. So a lot of people have different opinions on it. So
These universities are making so much money off these kids.
it's insane.
Not only just football, like in the major, that's one of the major sports out there, but every sport you can think of. I mean, they're making money off of them.
I mean, baseball.
Lacrosse, volleyball, it doesn't matter. Track, they're making money off these events
Yeah,
for
it's
sure.
insane.
The soapbox, we're gonna be on the soapbox for a while, guys. Just sit back.
Box man. And talk sports all day.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm a huge sports fan. I just started playing FIFA last year, so I've really gotten to watching soccer and
Yeah,
stuff
I've
like
seen you
that.
play FIFA a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm not a big soccer fan,
yeah.
but I would like I'm not a big soccer or hockey fan as far as like sitting and watching on TV.
Mm.
But man, going to a soccer game would be
We got the
awesome.
Dallas Stars, man. That's one of my favorite teams. I love the
Yeah,
Stars.
they have Dallas Stars here, and I love going to a hockey. I've been to a
Mm.
couple. I haven't been to a Dallas Stars game, but
Oh,
I've been
dude,
to a
it's
couple
amazing.
back home in Austin,
Hmm.
and those are, I mean, they're fun, man. Seeing the
Hmm.
fights and stuff is the best.
Oh yeah,
Live. But that's all about the atmosphere. I'm the same way about baseball though too. Like going to the baseball games, awesome.
yeah.
I can watch it on
That's
TV,
actually
but
opposite
it's
for me. I don't like going to live games for
really
baseball. I went to a Rangers. I'm a huge Yankees fan, so I went to go watch Derek Jeter play in Arlington. That was like
yeah,
his last year, his retirement year. So I had to
right.
go watch him, and I didn't have as much fun as I thought. I mean, it was a good time seeing him, but I didn't think I was gonna. I thought I was gonna have more fun watching it live. Maybe because it was in July and it was 130 degrees outside. Maybe that's why I didn't enjoy it
And
in Arlington.
Arlington and that
Yeah,
hot state. Well, we're gonna
Ugh,
have a new stadium now. It's gonna have a roof finally.
that's awesome.
So that's gonna be nice. But yeah, like I feel you there because
Yeah,
we would go to games in like October and
that's a
like
little bit better.
except where it's a little bit more cooler.
Yeah.
Sit up high where the wind's blowing. It's
Mhm.
always nice. So, but yeah, man,
I'll definitely
going
give
to
it another chance, like in a better month, better weather.
see. But I'm also about this like football,
Hmm.
like NFL. Been to a Dallas Cowboy game.
Yeah,
Rather watch it at home because you're watching it on screen anyway.
that big ass television.
It feels cool and all, but like I'd rather watch it at home or at like Buffalo Wild Wings or something like that.
Yeah.
That's always fun. So,
Well, you're not paying like $20 per beer. You're paying at least like $10, half price. That's awesome, dude. I forgot what we were talking about. What our question was before, but that's great. I'm glad. I like getting off topic rather than just answer these questions, man. It was awesome talking about other stuff as well. So, I do kind of want to get into more streaming stuff. You've been doing it for over a year now, and I'm sure you talked to people before. I'm sure people have come to you since you've been doing it for a while. But what's the best advice you can give to somebody who's a new streamer or is contemplating about starting content creation?
Social media, Discord.
Okay. Is that the one
I
things you
mean,
had to
I say
slack on in
network.
the beginning, or?
It's really not networking, man. Honestly, I hear a lot of people say network, network, network. It's building relationships, hanging out on other people's streams.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you could call networking, but you're building relationships with other people. So when don't do it for selfish reasons. Obviously, you want to get if you don't want to get to know them, don't get to know them. But I mean, that's the best thing about this that you get to know tons of people. You get to play games with a ton of people, meet new people all the time. That's the thing I would, social media, like post your clips, post yourself talking, social media. Discord was huge for me because I got to hang out with a lot of people off stream,
Yeah.
talk with a lot of people, kind of represent my personality in a different place than just the stream.
That's what. Yeah. I mean, I like to use Discord too, even though I feel like mine's not as active. I see a lot of people who are really, really great about using their Discord to talk to people every day and take advantage of that, because that's how you, like you said, that's how you build those relationships with your own audience. Yeah, you become
exactly.
not just stream friends, but like best friends off stream. I
It really
mean,
sucks, man. Because I didn't find out about Discord probably till probably last February. Honestly,
okay.
I didn't start using it till then. I didn't even know what it was.
Yeah.
And so once I found out about that, and I was able to like hang out with, the first streamers that I got to hang out with were Mr. JTV and Baby Girl Reborn and Green Eye. Those three right there they're still my core.
Mm-hmm.
Over at the Fog, and they're great people, and that's we started a Discord together and went from there, and we got to hang out with each other all the time, talk to each other all the time, and that's how I kind of really started pushing things, and that was the biggest deal for me, honestly. So
That's awesome, dude. Yeah, I mean, I would tell you, I'll be completely honest. The first time I used Discord was probably about 3 years ago, and it was only to communicate with people playing Pokemon Go. Like we would
nice.
we would coordinate.
I had no idea what it was.
We would coordinate just playing to certain raids around the city and stuff like that. So that's all we would use it for, honestly. Because I didn't want to give my phone number to a random stranger
Right.
text message.
Yep.
I mean, Discord was right there. We could all had it on our phones, and we can communicate back and forth. So
it was huge.
that's what I loved about it back then. And then I had it on my phone since then. I was like, but I never even thought about using it to communicate with people off stream, So
Yeah.
I was really late to the party as well, but I'm glad I have it now. Like I said, it's awesome to get to know people off stream as well.
Absolutely.
And there's a lot of people that can't make it to your streams. I mean,
Exactly, and it's a great way to hang out with them regardless.
Yeah, exactly.
So social media is a great way too, and people who can't make it at least are able to tell you hi, or you're at least able to tell them hi, or connect with them at some point, at some period of time. Not everybody can make it to the 10 p.m. Central Standard showing.
Exactly.
Everybody's usually asleep, so
Yep. I miss those vampire sessions. I used to be one of those too. I would stream 11 p.m. to 3,
I'm
4
ready
a.m.
to not do them. I love my people. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I know a lot more of them would show up if it was during the daytime.
Do you stream during the weekends? I know you said it's a Monday through Thursday.
I do Saturday nights. Fridays I do get to stream during the day. Fridays I have off from work every Friday, which is always nice.
That's great.
So I'll stream in the mornings till about 1 p.m.
Okay.
So I get to see a lot of people I don't usually get to see at night. I still have my people at night come because they're always up.
That's
and
great.
then I have more people come in because they're the ones who don't ever get to watch me because I stream so late. Such a vampire.
That's awesome, dude. Did you have? I'm sure you've had some doubts throughout your career, but did you have any fears or ever think about giving up at any point?
I've applied for partner twice and denied twice.
Yeah.
Denied twice recently, actually. During PAX South, the very first day, the very first hour, I was denied my second time for partner. I'm like, Mixer, don't you have something else better to do right now.
Aren't you here right now with me?
But it wasn't. It was one of their automated emails that went out. I thoroughly believe that it's because I played Fortnite, which I have now stopped doing on stream.
Okay.
Sucks. I love the game and I love playing the game, but it's so saturated that you have to have. I firmly believe you have to have over 100 people concurrently viewing you for a 30-day period, or they will just automatically deny you. Which is, I get it. It sucks, but I get it. So honestly, that point, I was at PAX South and I was meeting all these awesome people, all these awesome partners, but at that point, it was super discouraging.
Yeah.
I never thought to ever stop streaming. I had doubts about the platform, just because I felt like, and other people were getting partnered that I knew of. Obviously, I'm not going to name drop, but that somebody got partnered that weekend too that had only 30 people concurrently viewing them, and I was sitting at 54.
Mm-hmm.
The numbers matter, and I hate talking about them.
Yeah.
But that's just a part of it now, and it sucks. But somebody got partnered with half the amount of viewers that I get, and it really
it just stings a little bit, man. Yeah.
But they didn't play Fortnite.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh well, I'm not mad at them, obviously, because they were able to do what it takes and not play Fortnite. And I'm like, oh, it's just so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it seems like you have to make that sacrifice. You have to be very conscious of what you're playing and what you're presenting to your...
I love being able to clip Fortnite clips on stream because they're funny, and sometimes they're funny. Sometimes they're cool because I love to snipe, and they get my biggest hits on social media. Yeah. So, but I'm doing what I got to do.
Well, you can still do that social media. You just, like I said, just record it offline versus if you want to still present that content to people.
Yeah, I got to play offline. I still play offline. Absolutely play offline. I got to. And I'll go back and grab old clips from before, when I first started streaming, and just kind of I'll grab some Fortnite clips from there as well and use those. So there's still content out there that I haven't used yet. So I'll go and I'll revamp that. But yeah, there's some old stuff in there. I've been looking back.
Well, have you ever thought about maybe this is not for me, or maybe I need to step away from it or take a break, anything like that?
Oh man, best advice I can give as far as if you ever feel like that, I've never really felt like I just can't do this anymore. I've never felt like that.
That's good.
I think giving yourself, you have to have your days off. If you have a schedule, you have to have at least one day off, I think, during the week to spend time with either your family, do something for yourself, get off social media, take a half a day at least to get off social media, something, go do something for yourself. But I never had a moment where I was like, nah, this is just not for me, because I feel like it comes natural for me. And I love the people that I meet. But I've taken breaks. I've taken a week off, for the holidays this past year. That was really hard for me to do, just because I'm like, oh, what if nobody comes back? The first time really I took that kind of week off was Thanksgiving. Man, my community is just too good to me. I don't know. I had no doubts after that one. And then, I had Christmas. I took a week off because I went, we traveled.
Yeah.
So taking those weeks off for family and those kinds of things. But that's where social media comes in hand. If you grab clips and you grab things you can share during those times off, that's how you kind of keep your community entertained while you're taking those times off, so you don't have to worry about that stuff. And Discord was great. We talked all the time on Discord while I was away, and so taking the time off is very key to keeping yourself refreshed and motivated.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was tough for you, Dasso. I know. I was gone. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to read a question.
But it is interesting seeing what happens when you do to take those breaks. And now Dasso says this. It's interesting to see, because you do get people that this is kind of their routine and they do this every night, and you get somebody else out of their routine and see what happens.
Yeah. So I had a question from the audience. I guess when you first started streaming, how did you build your confidence to stream and put yourself out there, or was that an issue at all?
Hmm. I don't know that that was a super. I don't. I mean, okay. So I didn't get a camera. Probably. I probably got a camera maybe a month or so after I started really kind of streaming. I had just used, my mic for my Xbox and the chat,
Okay.
and that's all really I had. And press the stream button on Xbox. That's kind of what I had. So I didn't kind of ease my way into it, I guess.
Hmm.
And then I ended up getting a video camera. So that was kind of nerve wracking. I don't know that I don't usually see myself on camera, so I'm not really sure. At that point, I never really knew kind of what I looked like, so I just kind of did what I did, and so it kind of came natural, I guess you could say. But I'm still always nervous, what I look like or what I'm doing, and those kinds of things. I mean, you're always gonna have that. I guess if you don't have that fear, you're not going to be cautious enough to know what's going on around you, though, too. So
True.
it's always nice to stay aware. So you always have that nerve when you first go live, or that surge of energy, or that awareness when you go live. That okay, I'm on camera,
Yeah.
but then that fades super quick for me now. So, but,
It does take some getting used to for sure. Like you said, you have to be conscious of what you're doing. You're picking your nose or picking your ear or whatever.
yeah, that's
Sometimes you forget. um. Also, I just want to. I'm gonna take a second to everybody. Thank you guys for still continuing to be here. If you are here or not, whether you're lurking or watching, thank you so much for the support. I know like I said, I wanted to focus on the interview. I didn't want to interrupt anything, so just still want to say thank you. If anybody doesn't know, this full interview will be on YouTube later, so we'll be able to share it out there and watch it back if you missed anything. It'll definitely be out there. So thank you guys so much for continuing to be here and supporting not only myself, but of course supporting this man right here, Mr. Marvel. If anybody in my community has not followed him, please drop him a follow. Please, please, please. He's an amazing man. Does a lot of hard work out there for his community. So show him some support by dropping him a follow. It's absolutely free. Doesn't cost you anything at all. And definitely go by and check him out for sure. It's not over yet, Sediment. It's not over. I know you did have a question earlier and I didn't answer. So I want to stick to these kind of web shows. I don't want to get into podcasting, not yet at least. I mean, maybe something I do in the future. But my idea behind this was just to do a live show with everybody, and of course have the opportunity to put it on the internet via YouTube to share with everybody else who just couldn't watch it at the time. So that's just what I want to stick with right now. I know in the future I want the show to get bigger. I want to have more people involved, not just one person. I want to have like 3 other people, so it'll be 4 of us talking about certain topics, regarding streaming and stuff like that. So that's my future idea with this. Right now, I'm just starting with 1. Hopefully, in the future, I can add to that and have more guests on the show, because I think that'd be pretty awesome, especially if we're all like-minded and we all want to discuss certain things about streaming. So that's my.
you and I need to talk about how you're getting your words on your screen right now.
Oh my god, dude, it's those closed captioning goes crazy sometimes. So it's easy if anybody doesn't know. So I use pixelchat.tv. I don't know if you use it for anything else. Yeah. They have a free closed captioning thing on there. So yeah,
God, see, you learn something new every single day, guys.
You do, man. And I've heard that Mixer really wants to promote this kind of stuff, accessibility for people, either hard of hearing, especially since Ewok is on right now.
Or I don't advise getting fired over this, but
yeah,
people are at work, or people are at a quiet place, or just want to watch, and they at least see what you're saying. That's awesome.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's free. It's on pixelchat.tv.
I'm in.
It out. But yeah, like I said, man, hopefully I answered your question, man. Like I said, I want to stick to the web series for right now. Maybe in the future we'll see what I do with this, but that's what I want to do, man. What do you think has been the most surprising or shocking thing that you learned from streaming so far, or in your streaming experience itself?
That I have people that want to watch me.
That's a great answer.
I mean, that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
it's
what
pretty
it's
crazy.
all about. That's nuts, and people like the content, and that's like, I was doing this way before it was I knew it was the thing. I mean, I was just,
Hmm.
I try to be funny and stuff on like my games and stuff anyway over the mic, but you know, it that's kind of surprising. I mean, I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm surprised.
Yeah, it's
Which is
kind of crazy. Like people, not only like immediate people around us would want to watch us, but like people all over the world. Like I play FIFA, so it's a world game.
sure.
I have people watching. Of course, a lot of people from the UK. I have people
Yeah,
from Brazil. That will
that's neat.
tune in. People from Italy, Greece. It's just insane. It's Australia. Like it's insane how many people want
So
to
cool,
watch
man.
this game. It's
Yeah,
so
and like
crazy.
because I would get a lot of UK people while playing
Hmm.
Fortnite solely, and that's just really cool that you're people from other countries and people from across the pond are watching you
Yeah,
live, and
live.
it's just
Yeah.
really really cool, and they're following, which is always good, and they're coming back, which is even better.
Yeah, I had one of my mods who actually came down from the UK. He actually came over for PAX South, and he was
That's
one of the
so
ones that
cool.
stayed with us. So that was pretty awesome. It was
That's
pretty
awesome.
cool to have him come over. It was his first time in America, and just hang out with us for a week before he had to head back. It was just pretty cool.
Very cool.
Hopefully, he can do it again. I know he's dying to come back. He had a great time. What do you think of the future of Mixer? What do you think of the direction it's heading right now?
It's not going anywhere south. It's not going anywhere down. That's for sure. I don't think. I got a lot of these questions during like PAX South and things like that,
Mm-hmm.
just because Twitch is so big, and then I think the streamers like Ninja and Shroud who came over from King Gothalion and all those guys who came over from Twitch and signed the big contracts and things like that, it's good for the streaming, whether you're streaming Twitch, whether you're streaming Mixer, whether you're streaming Facebook, YouTube, any of that. Streaming period is on the rise. So, and we're sitting in one of the best companies, period. And I'm not talking about Mixer, I'm talking about Microsoft. I mean,
Yeah.
Microsoft is one of the biggest companies ever. And I don't think they're going to let their streaming platform fail at any point. They're battling Amazon, and you got to look at all the people who own these streaming platforms, because
Mm-hmm.
the streaming, it's just a platform, it's not the company.
Yeah.
So you got to think of it that way. Facebook gaming, Facebook's not going to let their platform die. you know um, YouTube's definitely not. YouTube's probably second in line behind Twitch right now.
Yeah.
um, so you got to think of those things. It's not going anywhere, and it's going to be around for a long time. And streaming periods on the rise anyway, and that's, I think, it's going to be the future of. Cable's going to be deceased. I think streaming entertainment like this, streaming in general, has already taken over my life. As far as I don't use cable anymore at all. It's going to end up being stuff like that, and it's not going anywhere anytime soon. That's for sure.
That's why I feel like that's what people don't realize. Like we're the next form of entertainment, like
Yep.
content entertainment in people's lives. Like
And you've
already,
got you've got
people watch us from everywhere
League
all
of
the time.
Legends tournaments showing on
Yeah.
TBS Superstation right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Like
video
esports is
games,
becoming one of the biggest things out
esports
there.
are crazy. Yeah, I agree.
Like I didn't realize that Army had a freaking esports team until I
They
went to
just
PAX
started it
South.
too. I got a
I was
piece
like,
of that
what
action.
is
I had a
that?
guy from the Army esports team coming to my channel probably 2 or 3 days before PAX South, and I got to meet him at PAX South, and
Wow.
it's just a really cool deal. And they have an esports team now, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Just to think about.
Very crazy, man. I did not realize they were
I
dabbling in
remember
that.
we've all, like, growing up playing COD too, and we've always talked about, man, I wonder what actual military thinks about these kinds of things and these kinds of situations. But now you have an esports team that is the Army
Hmm.
itself. Just absolutely crazy.
I mean, it's another way to recruit kids. Like, oh, you can come be on our esports team if you sign up for the military branch, whatever military branch that is. I mean, it's
Yeah,
another
right. It's only active
recruiting
duty.
avenue for them for sure. So that's crazy. I know. So Viv, her son is like on the verge of graduating high school, and he's looking into universities, and universities have their own esports teams now. It's pretty crazy to think about that as well. Like they're getting kids to
You get
come.
scholarship for it?
It's probably in the future, dude. It's probably honestly
What
in
are
the
you doing
future to
on?
get a scholarship to join their esports team for their universities now. So I was talking to Bovey. He's the founder of Flashpoint GG, that
Yeah,
the stream team,
yeah, I
and
met
yeah,
him at yeah,
he's recruiting there. I mean, he's going to universities and stuff like that, trying to recruit people for the stream team as well,
that's
for the
awesome.
esports team. So I mean, it's just it's
Yeah,
something in the future. It's the next wave for sure. You
yeah.
know, that's going to take
I got to
over.
meet him at the Titan Optics party
That's great.
Saturday night at PAX. He's a cool guy. So
Very cool. Very cool. That's awesome, man. Yeah, I mean, like I said, this is the next wave of entertainment. This is going to be on people's TVs sooner or later. People are going to come and watch us versus watching
absolutely.
TV in general. It's
I'm ready for smart TVs to have the Mixer app.
I
God
know,
dang it!
I know. Tell me
They
about
got
it.
YouTube and they got Twitch. We're third in line. Let's get it.
Exactly. It's not even on the Switch. Like that kind of makes me upset too. Like
Yeah,
they don't have an app for the Switch. You know, um,
I
like
think it's on the PlayStation now.
is it on PlayStation?
I don't know.
I
Thought
don't have
I
a
heard
PlayStation, so I don't know.
through the grapevine, but not maybe not. I
That's
don't have a
something they need to
PlayStation,
work
so I
on.
don't know. I play Xbox, but
Same.
I'm not against PS. I grew up playing PS4, so don't worry about it.
I'm the same way, dude. I
The only reason I switched to Xbox was because all my college buddies, that's all they played was Xbox. So I was like, well, I don't get to play with them if I'm not on Xbox. So
Yeah, like I remember one of my buddies was selling his Xbox Direct super cheap, but the 360 back then, and ended up just buying it because I wanted to play probably play Madden or NCAA
yeah,
back then, and I just made so many friends on that console that I'll never turn back. I'll never switch. I've had a lot of people try to persuade me to just do PC gaming, but I don't know. It doesn't really interest me as much as having a controller in my hand versus like
well,
dual mouse and keyboard.
like I played Fortnite on the PC with a controller. I want to play. I'd be interested in playing Apex on PC.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but other than that, man, yeah, I would love a. I mean, I would love a PC setup. I would play a lot more games on the PC with my controller. As long as it involves my controller, I'm fine. I gotta have my controller. I'm not. I've never been good at typing. I've never been good
Yeah.
at. I'm a typer.
Chicken peck.
Yeah, chicken peck typer. So memorizing the keys and stuff, not for me. But
That's awesome. um, I know we talked about partnership, obviously in your future. That's something you're striving for, but outside of that, what do you think your future ambitions for your brand is?
oh well. I've started restreaming to Facebook. I'm just trying to grow the community at this moment. Um, my goal is, I mean, it would be amazing if I could quit my day job for something like this, but it won't be anytime soon. I don't feel like.
Yeah,
But I mean, that's obviously the ultimate goal. If I got to do that, I would love to start a YouTube, or I have a YouTube channel, but I would love to start a YouTube and be able to post on it constantly and create YouTube content for that kind of thing. But I have to be full time doing this, I think, in order to do it. I just don't have enough time to
yeah,
go and edit my videos or be in a financial situation where I can hire an editor. That's always an ultimate goal as well. So that's probably the best thing to do. But again, I have to, partner is kind of the first goal, and I'm going to go from there. I've got some cool things I feel like I could do while I'm partnered, but I want to. Those are kind of up in the air just until that point. So
yeah. People don't realize how tough it is to make YouTube videos. Like it's not as easy as just posting a video.
I mean,
Like
you could like.
you
I've
could.
thought about just grabbing like a win. If I get a win, I'm just going and grabbing that
Hmm.
particular game out of the VOD, and putting it on YouTube. But I want it to be better than that. And
Exactly.
got
Exactly.
things that I want to do, and so I've been focusing on being a little bit more creative with my social posts and videos and things like that, and zooming in on my camera when it's funny or something like that. Those kinds of things. So, but so I'm focusing there first. I'm building my Twitter up now. It's kind of my focus, and I just hopped over on a thing called Clutch.win, which is a huge, it's up and coming video gaming Instagram platform. Basically, it's
Okay.
Instagram, but all gaming clips. So
Huh.
I've probably gotten over 5,000 followers the past 3-4 weeks
Dude,
now
that's
on
awesome.
there. So that's been really kind of taken off, and I've built a little community over there. They've become part of my community on Mixer, and so that's been a lot of fun.
That's all it takes is like getting those people that are probably not even familiar with Mixer. Like, there's a lot of people that don't even know about it or like think that we're a joke. Especially all the Twitch people don't realize what kind of
Yeah,
communities we have over here, and until
it's
they
not.
come and
It's not.
experience it
Yeah,
themselves.
exactly. It's not like we prefer we prefer Mixer. If it's not like we prefer a certain platform, it's the communities on the platform that I prefer.
Mm-hmm.
Mixer has a more positive and uplifting community than Twitch, and that's one of the other ultimate reasons I heard that Twitch is just so toxic,
It is.
and especially playing Fortnite, it was not a good deal. Um, so that was another reason I kind of chose it. Just that the community part of it was better over here.
It absolutely
But
is,
also,
man.
it was less saturation, so that all ties in.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I feel like we have a better chance of getting noticed. I mean, you're just fighting a ton of people, like especially on Fortnite. Like, there's no way to get noticed on that
No,
platform. There's just absolutely no way.
no. But that's the good thing about Clutch.win. Clutch was really cool is that you can also go live over there,
Mm-hmm.
um, and it connects straight to your Mixer, Twitch, or YouTube, I think. So you'll hit go live and you'll hit which one you're on, and it'll go detect your stream, and then you'll be live on that platform. You won't have to worry about the chat or anything like that. They just it just flushes them over here, and they if
That's
they want
cool.
to come watch, they either watch on that platform. They can't type, and if they want to talk in chat, they come over to Mixer. So
Does it count as an actual viewer if they're watching
no,
for
no,
the?
no. It won't count as a viewer,
Oh,
but it'll count as it'll. You're spreading out your community, and you'll show that people because like when you go live, it'll whoever follows you, it sends it
huh.
to them, and there's not really a way to turning it off unless you turn off all your notifications. But I mean,
Interesting.
so
I'm gonna have to check it out.
it's a good deal.
That's great. I did want to take a second just to break. Everybody, if y'all have any questions, start getting them ready for Mr. Marvel or myself, whatever you got. I'll be
I'm
willing
ready.
to ask or answer any kind of questions. Of course, he is as well. Um, love to get those questions in. If, like I said, this is your opportunity. If you've ever wanted to know anything about this man, as long as he doesn't want to just like put something too personal out there, I'm sure he'd be willing to answer anything you got. So please,
Ooh, we
please,
talked
please.
about a lot of stuff.
We did talk a lot about a lot of stuff. That's why I really do enjoy these interviews, man. It's a lot of fun just to get to know somebody else on this platform and hear about your story because everybody has a different story out there. It's awesome to hear that. Um, when you're not streaming, who's your favorite people that you love to watch, or who do you draw inspiration from?
And I mean, I'll watch Ninja all the time. I mean, I'll go watch Ninja all the time, but I watch a lot of people on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
But like I'll go watch Doctor Specs and Ninjas and Tim Tatman and all those guys on YouTube, like their clips and stuff on YouTube. But like as far as Mixer goes, Lucky Shots, Forest Dump, um, Mr. JTV, Docile Wolf. She was in here a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of my community I'll try to go watch when I can. Absolutely. Like I got um, two kids and a wife. Then I have to make sure they're priority, and then I've got my full time job.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm there, and so I watch everybody when I can. But as far as like my favorites and stuff to go watch, or Psycho plays too, Lucky Shots. Like I said, Forest Dump, and then Argonaut's amazing. He's one of the ones I started watching just for like atmospheric presence and stuff on Mixer.
Mm-hmm.
Insane. I
Yeah.
got to hang out with him at PAX too. It was kind of cool during the fight Saturday night. That was pretty neat. And then I've got a lot of my community that I like to go watch too. There's a lot of good streamers out there. There's a lot of little streamers out there that are really, really good at what they do.
Yeah. Exactly. All it takes is just like one lucky, it takes a couple viewers to come in there and hang out with them and develop that.
There's something now apparently.
Yeah, exactly. Do your kids watch anybody? I know that they may not be old enough, but is there anybody like they like watching, or you don't mind them watching them?
I mean, I've got I don't mind them watch. I mean, they don't really do it honestly, but
Mm-hmm.
my wife and I will sit back and watch Ninja every once in a while, and they'll come in and like, "Who's that?"
Yeah.
They'll watch for like 5 seconds, and they're somewhere else. So
I know a lot of kids are like really into YouTube. Like they like Like
I
it's
love
still
watching YouTube
well,
videos.
it's like I
Like,
was just thinking the aspect of like I know my nieces and nephews will like watch other kids play with toys. Like
oh yeah,
so I know a lot
YouTube
of kids are
Kids.
like really into it now. Yeah, like I don't
Nope.
understand it like the way I guess like the same perspective before watching
Oh,
streaming.
I can
Like I don't.
totally get why they love to watch it, but there's some stuff on there that's just not okay.
Yeah.
That we found, and we had to wean them off of it because we
Mm-hmm.
let them watch YouTube Kids for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
My oldest, and he watched those. He watched those kids open toys and things like that, which is kind of cool. But then there's some other things on there that just really are weird and aren't really not weird. I mean, they're not okay for kids. I feel like
Yeah.
there's some things that weave their way in there, and their ads. There's some advertisements that come up, and so, but
At
yeah,
least
but
you're
that's
one of the
really
parents
cool.
paying attention to that stuff too,
True,
because I'm sure there's a
very
lot
true.
of parents that don't even like catch that at all.
Yeah, and my son got my youngest son, 3-year old. My grandmother-in-law got him a tablet that we were just like, we let him use it a couple of times, and it was hard to get away from him. It's just
Yeah.
so addictive, and so you have to know when and where to let your kid watch it, or when to give it to your kid, or when to even allow them to do that kind of thing. So we've
Exactly.
learned the hard way a couple
Yeah.
times.
I'm
So
sure you're not the only one, man. I'm sure a lot of parents
yeah,
don't realize how addicting it can be. For sure. That's crazy. But like I said, as long as you're being mindful, a lot of people don't even take the time to even do that for sure. Um, so I think, what are your like favorite tools you like to use during your stream, or any kind of like programs or equipment that you definitely recommend to somebody who's
oh
starting
yeah.
off?
So when I started streaming, of course I hit the button on Xbox, but that's it.
Mm-hmm.
But then when I started using actual um, platform, I used Lightstream to start out
Okay.
until I got my computer, and then when I got my PC, I now use OBS, just regular OBS.
Okay.
Um, I've tried to use Streamlabs OBS, which is super awesome. Which I would love to use it,
Mm-hmm.
but it just takes up so much of my CPU for some reason, more so than OBS. I don't know why. I can't figure it out. I would open an
I might have a
administrator.
fix
I'd
for
open
you.
up
I might have a fix for you
a
because I had the same issue when I started out using Streamlabs OBS, but I did a lot of research and I found some stuff that I had to switch up in my own settings to get
yeah,
that usage
we'll have to
done.
talk about that for sure. But I
If
would
you
love
want
to
to go
use
back to
it. I mean, all
Streamlabs.
my alerts and stuff that they come from Streamlabs.
Okay.
But I do use Mix It Up app, which
Okay.
I wanted to use for a long time, but I couldn't use it with Lightstream. I think it's a little different now with Lightstream. I think you can integrate that a little bit more.
Okay.
Not real sure, but I use that a lot for my commands and things like that. Um, there's always, I mean, that's a free option too. It's completely free. And then, of course, I use regular OBS. I design my own stuff, so I don't really have to pay for any of that kind of thing. But that would be some advice when you first start streaming. Um, just have a plan in mind of what your name's going to be and what your brand's going to be. If you're really serious about wanting to be a content creator, think about your brand. I see a lot of even partners now, like some partners that got partnered in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they don't even have a brand, and they don't even have, so they're just a streamer basically.
Yeah.
It's what they're not a content creator, which is fine. I mean, but I mean, I think of it as a business, and you have to have a brand, you have to have a logo, those kinds of things. That's how I look at it. So, but that's just me. We all have our opinions.
Well, it's like
But
I was talking to Rod on Sunday, and we were just discussing the whole partnership stuff. I was like, I feel like partnership is basically the beginning of your brand. Like that's when it starts. That's when you can do more stuff. Promote yourself a little bit more because you are partnered with somebody with a platform in general, and then that's where you
and
take the next step to actually like turn yourself into Ninja and what he did, that empire he built. I mean, that's just the beginning, the way I see
yeah,
it.
I would think so too. Other than the fact that it's part of the requirements to apply,
Mm-hmm.
it's a part of them.
Yeah.
And it's a written rule,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think it's really followed.
Yeah.
Because I've seen some partners get accepted that don't have any social media presence. They don't have any design presence. And I get that people can't afford them. I totally get it.
Yeah.
But at least having an idea in mind is always a good thing, I think, especially when picking your name. Um, you definitely don't want to use just your Xbox name unless it's like, unless it's like a wolf man,
Yeah.
or something you actually really cared about. And in the beginning, like mine was Dime Time Chafin. That was my Xbox name before I chose Mr. Marvel TV. And it wasn't a good thing for branding. It doesn't make any sense. But of course, I went to school for this kind of stuff, and I guess I understand it, or I think of it differently. Um, when you like Ninja used to be Ninja's Hyper, but he changed it to Ninja when he started going bigger.
Yeah.
And that was before he was partnered on Twitch too.
Mm-hmm.
And so he switched to Ninja when he started seeing an increase. And so then he was able to brand it from that, and he grabbed that Ninja name and he ran with it, and which is awesome. So
Exactly. But now, like I said, he has his own empire over there for everything. I mean, the
insanity
man is everywhere. The man is everywhere. He's doing everything.
everywhere.
He's doing big things for not only himself, but like everything to do with content creation. Like he inspired so many
Yeah.
people, showed that we can take this to the next level, and not just stay here on our streaming platform. We can do so much more with our lives and inspire and I'm trying to think of the word, influence so many different people out there on many other platforms. So it's crazy to think about.
Your type auto corrected what you said.
Yeah,
That's awesome. It's just awesome.
Believe there's some weird stuff that comes out there sometimes.
Cool.
There's some weird stuff that closed captioning won't catch.
Well, no,
like,
I auto
okay.
corrected it. Like you had messed
Yeah.
up like a word, but it fixed it. It was cool.
It needs to do it more often because I mess up a lot.
Oh no, I'm with you. That's what I'm saying. Like fix my words, Pixel Chat.
Yeah, crazy. He went from Halo Pro to this exactly.
Yeah.
Like it's one thing to be pro at something, but like to create content from it and
Like Shroud.
Yeah.
Shroud is insane game player.
Mm-hmm. He's absolutely insane.
One that always amazes me is Dakota's. Dakota's doesn't even use a camera,
Wow.
and he's insanely popular.
Sometimes you don't need it, man. I know me, Van, know
He's
somebody.
He's funny. He is hilarious.
That's
but
good.
it's crazy what kind of content people create.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. They make it their own for sure, and they play on it.
Yeah.
Let's see. What does he do to relax after and in between streams? And what do you do if you need to wind down after a stream or in between streams?
Oh, watch YouTube.
Watch YouTube.
YouTube or a movie. I'll go and I'll grab either a snack or I'll just go I'll go get in bed, get ready because I got to get up at like 6 or 7 a.m. the next day. So I end my streams at 1 a.m. So I'll go and I'll watch YouTube until I fall asleep, which doesn't take very long.
Yeah.
But I'll wind down doing that. I will watch other content creators. I'll see who's on. If I'll go raid somebody, and I'll usually stay in there for a little bit, or I'll go watch
Team no sleep.
somebody on YouTube. I'll go watch Dr. Disrespect's clips from the day, or Ninja's clips from the day, or Tim Tapman, or Courage JD, those kinds of people. YouTube's clips from the day, but I try to hang out a little bit after I host somebody. So
it's tough. Yeah, like by the time people don't realize, like after you stream, you're like so exhausted mentally. Like I know I am.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Because you're constantly talking or focusing on something. It seems like you're using a lot of your brain to like
I
do
don't
so
even
much.
do it nearly as long as everybody else does.
Yeah.
I would love to do a 24-hour stream. My wife wants me to do a 24-hour stream. I don't know when I'm going to do it.
Yeah, those are tough.
But I want to.
Van says don't do it. He's done one before and he was like dead.
I know it's going to be tough. But,
it's not worth it.
well, my wife would stream for me. She would also give me a break.
Yeah.
Too.
Like let me get an hour's sleep and an hour nap or something like that.
Yeah. It's not worth it. I don't know. I think it'd be worth it.
It'd be pretty cool. I mean, the idea of it does sound fun. Like, man, I wonder if I could do that and pull it off.
It would be like probably a birthday thing, I think.
You almost fell asleep.
A lot of people do it for that reason.
The longest I've done so far is 13, and I was fucking exhausted.
Dude, I haven't even gone to an 8 hour yet, man.
Oh,
I would love to be able to just stream for an 8 hour stream. The longest I've gone is maybe 5,
God.
just because I don't have the time. I'm
Yeah,
so freaking busy. It's
yeah.
insane.
You have to like take a week vacation just for that. Prepare yourself for
Yeah, yeah.
it. You regret everything after 13 hours. Oh,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah, it'd definitely have to be a weekend.
Sediment.
I would feel too guilty too. My wife taking care of the kids while I'm doing that too. So
If you had to switch professions and be top at any level of career, what would you choose outside of this? I guess.
outside of streaming,
Yeah.
well, I'm not top of this. I'd love to be top of this. Ninja, Jesus. No, I love what I do. I'm not sure that I'm a graphic designer. I would love, maybe for just if I chose to switch jobs or something. If I had my dream job,
Mhm.
I'd work for Disney.
Okay.
That'd be awesome. I would love to do like, or just like Lionsgate or some company like that,
Like a
where I got to
production
do
company.
either opening credits for movies or the ending credits for movies.
Ah,
The creative stuff.
that would be pretty cool. Yeah, there's some creative stuff out there. Like one that sticks to my mind is the beginning of Deadpool. Like when they're having like that crash scene, they're like doing all of the
Yep, the
ending.
James Bond films are always cool.
Yeah,
All that kind of stuff.
those are some amazing credits. That's top level stuff for sure. They do a lot of cool stuff in that movie.
Anything Marvel related is always neat. The beginning comic stuff or the ending comic stuff too, and that's what if I had a choice, that's what I would do.
I will say, so if you don't know already, our bulldog, our mascot, his name is Bruce, and of course his full name is Bruce Wayne. He's obviously named after Batman, so huge Batman fan growing up.
Man.
Yeah, Batman fan for sure growing up.
I would love my favorite superhero of all time, probably growing up, was Spider-Man and Superman. So
Okay.
I'm a DC guy too. I know a lot of stuff.
We love Batman. That was one of the Spider-Man is GOAT.
Goat. He's awesome.
I mean, he was one of the first major like Marvel movies to come out. Like if you think about like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
Yeah,
like, that was like the breakthrough like film for Marvel to come through and start developing those live action films.
Yep, I agree. And you think DC Entertainment would freaking get it right?
I know.
They've been around longer.
Well, Batman's of course Batman's been around for a long time. They made Batman movies back in the '60s and stuff like that, so he's been around for a long time. Yeah. I like Birds of Prey, the movie that just came out recently.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's really good. They did a really good job with that movie.
I'm excited about it. I love Harley Quinn, so I've got big expectations for DC now. I mean, their Wonder Woman was great.
Mm-hmm.
Their new Wonder Woman's gonna be great. Aquaman was great.
Yep.
The movie, not the Batman versus Superman. I have problems with that, just like everybody does. But I didn't mind the new Batman. I like the Flash. The Flash is gonna be good when they come out with that. They've got good things I think coming that people aren't giving them credit for, but they got some work to do for sure. I will say their Flash TV show and the Green Arrow show, fantastic. I watch those all the time. So
I've heard good things. I haven't watched them. I know they were on Netflix, and
Flash is probably the better one out of the two, in my opinion, just because I like the character more than Green Arrow. But
yeah, Viv, I know she's a big avid viewer of the Flash. So I know she's watched it.
A great show. My youngest son loves the Flash. He was dressed up as the Flash today. In fact, he was running around the house.
You gotta make the sound effects if you, especially.
Always does every time.
If you could have a superpower, what superpower would you choose?
Ooh. Man. I love the speed. I love Flash's superpower. Honestly, burn this fat off, bro. Get it out of here.
And he gets to eat a lot. Like in that, I think in the movie he mentioned it. Like I had to eat so much.
And not be fat.
Teleportation. I guess that would be pretty cool too. I wouldn't mind that teleportation because I'm lazy. It's like, I just want to go to the living room and sit down, or I just want a fridge.
Teleportation because I hate driving long distances.
Yeah.
So like, even like we're at just in Dallas, like going to an event and then coming home. I'm like,
Yeah.
I wish I could just teleport back to the house.
Well, like, yeah, I think I hit you up on that Sunday. I was like, I was trying to trying to catch people that hadn't had a chance to meet yet. And I think I messaged you on Twitter, and you're
Yeah,
like, "Oh, I'm
I
already
had
headed
to drive
back."
home. It
Like,
sucks.
oh man, that sucks, dude.
Yeah, I was like, man, I wish I could just teleport. That'd be great.
That'd
But
be pretty cool.
again, Flash's speed would take me care of it too. So
Yeah.
yeah.
But like, if you teleport, are you teleporting other people, or are you just teleporting yourself? Like, you get to like hold their hand in order to teleport them.
I would just teleport back to my house and wait for my wife to get
It's like, yeah, I'll see you at home, babe. You got this, right? That'd be pretty funny. Manipulation of time. That can get kind of tricky though. Like if you go back, like the butterfly effect. If you mess with something in the past,
can't mess stuff.
yeah.
Back to the Future all over again.
That gets tricky. That's why that kind of scares me. I think that's about it. Unless, like I said, guys, if y'all have any questions for him, man, you're more than free to ask away. Please, please, please. I think I had one question, but I always mess this up every time I ask it. If you were to encourage a new streamer / content creator, what do you think would be the most appealing? Not, I always mess this up, so it's not game wise, but like I guess maybe like graphic wise or any other stuff in your channel. What would you think is the most appealing for viewers to watch?
Have a camera.
Okay. Cameras, yeah, I know a lot of people preach that for sure.
You don't even have to have designs on your stream. Just having the camera there and being, because that's what people, unless you're just like so funny and your voice is awesome, and you can do impressions and things like that. Impressions to the T, like
Yeah,
they know without even having to look at you, like that's this person or whatever. But a camera's just there. You're connecting to that viewer on a personal level. That's my advice.
that's for sure, man. People love to see your reactions and see all that good stuff, on your face or rage. I know I rage a lot, so if you watch me play FIFA, it's just tons of rage all the time.
Oh, rage is fantastic. But now, see, I have room to rage now. I'm not in my closet. Like I can freaking push my chair back or start getting pissed off. That always happens on Apex, though.
Oh man, that game is crazy. I love the new season though. Like I was never a really big Apex player until this new season came out. It's been a lot of fun.
Counting down the days where they go back to Kings Canyon in 6 weeks.
I remember playing in the very beginning, but now it's just like now I'm coming back into it. I totally didn't play season 2. I partially got to the end of season 3, and this one's been a lot of fun so far.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's tough, but it's fun.
It is tough for sure. Like it's totally different from like playing Fortnite or PUBG. Like you have to be patient. You have to like fight battles, back off for a second, heal up, go back in again for round 2. Hopefully, don't get third partied, and just
everything's third party now. Crazy.
That's awesome, dude. Well, if anybody doesn't have anything else, I'll let this man go. I appreciate everybody's time
and hanging out with us. Food. She's
getting hangry. Yeah,
that's not true. She's not pissing her off.
Well, before I let you go, man, do you want to tell everybody where they can find you?
MrMarvelTV everywhere, man.
That's great.
That's another thing about building a brand and things like that. You choose the same name that doesn't have, it's not taken anywhere else. That was the thing. MrMarvelTV everywhere: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Patreon, Mixer, Twitch, Facebook. I already said Facebook. Everywhere, man.
That's great.
I stream again tonight at 10 o'clock. Y'all want to come ask me some more questions? I love doing that kind of stuff. So I don't know if, don't diss Dilladog now.
No.
Leave his stream.
No, it's okay.
I don't know if he'll be live or not, but that's where we'll be. So
10 o'clock tonight, guys, for sure. All right, man. Thank you so much for being here. It was awesome. I had a great time, bro. I hope you had a good time as well.
It was a fantastic being able to do this.
For sure, man. And I'm looking forward to doing something. Like I said, in the future, I do want to bring more people in and have like a whole group of us just chatting away about certain topics and stuff like that. So that's something I'm going to be in the future. So I appreciate it. Take care, man. It's nice meeting your community. Thank you so much for stopping by, everybody.
Guys. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. Take care.